Got a Bahama bracelet is 5.
Hey, Phyllis. Phyllis. Okay.
Bahama bracelet is 5. Next is the 10. Wait for it. Come down to Bahama bracelet. Bahama.
So when I make you take it down.
Made it.
Yeah. She said you made it. They're not fine. They're just like ready to. Me too. You probably took the long route. It looks like there's some taxis and stuff over here. It's okay. We got our exercise in, which we need.
Yeah.
Because we're eating all kinds of crazy food. Limestone, which is
So let's get it and fill from there. And then you will see seconds to put the same guy in. Remember the guy. Just for
chisel
something.
that from here.
Guys, enjoying it? Got the history? Got the history? You made that sign here. With the film, this was done by Freeman. No. The sign is correct, but if you don't get the history to go with it, you'll assume this was done by Freeman. That sign there is what I'm talking about instead. Okay? Now, what you're looking at here is not an act of nature. All of this started in Virginia, Wilmington, Virginia, a very historical British territory in America. Lord Dunmore was the next governor, slave master. The people of Virginia came together in the year 1775 and ran him over Virginia. So he made the British felt that the French and Napoleon was going to attack the Bahamas. So the British funded him to build a fort. But instead, as an act of revenge, he went into West Africa, took 600 women, men, and children, brought them here and enslaved them and forced them to handcuff themselves using no dynamite, no explosives, just golden scissors and hounds, working 18 hours a day for 16 years. No coffee breaks, no union to talk for them, taking everything to the top to build the fort. If you look at the forts around the island, they look like old steamroller ships. The reason being why, imagine, in the 1700s there was nothing out there. And if you are passing by boat and you saw those forts, you would assume this is sea and not land. An illusion the British used to protect their territory. Now, in case of an attack, which in the Bahamas, not like people do. Now, in case of an attack, which in the Bahamas did not get attacked, they missed us and ended up in Haiti, territory. Now, in case of an attack, it has been said that the governor and his family would go into the governor's mansion, come into a tunnel, bringing them here to Fort Pitt Castle, coming through the fort, coming out to the tunnel next to the stairs, making their way back to the pier where their boats would have been rigged and ready. Now, the pier wasn't that far back. The pier was still red light. They filled it in. Now, King William really didn't like how Lord Dunmore put him down, and enslaving him. So he wrote him a letter telling him, I funded you to build a fort, not to enslave anybody. But unfortunately, in the year 1837, he ended up dying. But his niece, Queen Victoria, being 17 at the time, and the longest monarch to ever sit on the throne, other than her great-granddaughter, Queen Elizabeth II, who sat for 70 years before she passed away on the 6th of September, year before last. She, Victoria, knew what her uncle would have wanted. So in the year 1838, on the 2nd of August, on her 18th birthday, she abolished slavery in all British territory. America was 1863, Texas 1865. We in the Bahamas celebrate Emancipation Day every first Monday in August. America say June 10th, celebrate June 19th. Now the slaves didn't want to come back into this, not because they didn't appreciate her, but because many of them never made it out. But the descendants came back here in the year 1839 and carved out these stairs, not in honor of Queen Victoria. Each stairs does not represent the year Queen Victoria ruled. These stairs was carved in 1839. She died in 1901. That's to the max. Now, I'm going to tell you why the stairs were carved. To the top is a fort. Behind that fort is a police barracks and was a prison. Behind that hospital is Mr. Collins' yard. It was a plantation. We had segregation in those times. He has a wall that stretches from the red light 400 acres into the inner city. We folks could not go over that wall lest you go there to work and leave by 5 o'clock in the evening. He has a dock on this side for folks that live there and a dock here to the red light. This road here used to name Union Dock Road. For the descendants to get to that dock, they would have had to go around the fort, the police barracks, and the prison. It took them 2 to 3 days. So they carved the stairs so that they could have access to the dock and the downtown area. If you cut a road and you don't put a name on it, we call it the government road. When this was carved, we were under the British. A queen was on the throne, so they called it the Queen's Staircase. If a king was on the throne, they would have called it the King's Staircase. We the locals call it the 66th step. Man-made waterfall on the left-hand side. That was done in the year 1969 on the Declaration of Independence, July 10, 1973. Naming it Tandem, meaning an African freedom at last. We in the Caribbean got slavery abolished before America, but America got independent 200 odd years before us here in the Bahamas. July 10, 1973, we celebrated 52 years of independence. America, July 4th, 1776, 249 years of independence. Canada, July 1st, 1867. And in the Caribbean, Haiti, 1804, January 1st. Paving the floor, covering one of the stairs, making it 65, and we call it, putting the bricks on it to preserve it, because the Bahamas formation is of limestone and coral. Now, I'm going to tell you the meaning of Bahamas, what Bahamas is, and what that person who made the decision to say, let's travel to the Bahamas, man. I don't want to know who made the decision. Now, the meaning of Bahamas is Bajama, a Spanish word, meaning still clear, shallow water. The word Bahamas derived from a Lucayan word, Bahama, meaning upper in the mainland. Now, this is what Bahamas is. Islands in the streams, that is what we are. Then they say, sail away with me to Bahamas land. You get love for each other, so much love for one another, like they say, oh, once is not enough. Even twice, you don't see all of our stuff. Christopher Columbus came out of jail in 1492, went to tell the world that he discovered the Bahamas. We don't worry about him, because the whole world knows that he got lost trying to find Asia. But one thing the world did not know, that he was the first tourist to the Bahamas from Genoa, Italy. And he made the world know that once is not enough. But even him still had to come back with some cow salad, peas and rice and gobbled up. And like they say, we're going to go next year. We're going to visit down to the Bahamas. We have 700 islands in the sun, 31 inhabitants, 2,400 rocks and keys. Folks, choose one. Now, folks, if you ever been to Savannah, Georgia, and you go down on River Street, you're going to see some stairs just like these. If you go to South Carolina, and you go to Charleston, and you look around out there, and you look at the baby tall, the baby dress, we are the Gullah Geechees, okay? I hope you folks enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed telling you it. I'm a courtesy guide. I don't get paid. I get tips by your kind generosity. That's how they allow me to take care of my family, my 2 daughters, their 2 daughters, and their 2 cats. And anything my daughters bring home, I take care of except for mine. because I teach them and show them how a man's supposed to treat a woman. And if he's not treating you like that, come on home. Daddy's going to take care of you because we're not sperm donors, we are fathers.